Though he lived 5 centuries ago, Nostradamus claimed he could see well into our future. For all his vague language, those predictions point to the end of the world.
In tonight's Fact or Fiction, we are looking into yet another claim about The Simpsons predicting a big news event. The story this time is that the iconic TV show eerily predicted the outbreak of the coronavirus.
What if we told you everything happening right now was written centuries ago? While the year 2025 might seem like another calendar turn, it is predicted to be the year with occurrences that could make history. The Simpsons, famous for predicting everything from tech breakthroughs to global events.
From predicting mind-blowing tech to foreseeing shocking political twists, The Simpsons has proven its ability to occasionally see into the future.
And Nostradamus, renowned for his cryptic yet startlingly accurate prophecies, may have something shocking in store for 2025. But what do they know that we don't? Could their visions align to reveal events that will shake the world in 2025? Join us in this video as we reveal what might be coming next. An end to the reign of King Charles III. Nostradamus's ancient prophecies are once again creating a storm, with some claiming they foretell the downfall of King Charles III. According to British author Mario Reading, the mystic predicted that a king of the Isles would be driven from the throne and replaced by someone with no mark of a king. This mysterious description has fueled theories of Charles stepping aside, possibly due to health issues like his rumored prostate cancer diagnosis.
We've received breaking news from Buckingham Palace, which has announced that the king has been diagnosed with cancer.
Or even mounting public criticism over past controversies. While Prince William is the obvious successor, the strange phrase has sparked wilder ideas, including an unexpected return of Prince Harry, or even a dramatic reordering of the royal succession. Some suggest it could become a deeper transformation, like the decline of the monarchy altogether, or a shift toward a republican government. 2025 might just be the year we get to find out the truth, but if you think this is mysterious, wait till you hear the next prediction. Zombie apocalypse. In 2009, The Simpsons gave viewers a wild taste of a zombie apocalypse in their Treehouse of Horror XX episode. In the segment, Don't Have a Cow,
NASA climate scientists are warning about the potential resurgence of so-called zombie viruses, or viruses that can come back from the dead.
Mankind Springfield faces a bizarre outbreak sparked by a new crusty burger made from cattle fed on other cattle. When local news anchor Kent Brockman takes a bite on live TV, he transforms into a crazed, red-eyed zombie, triggering chaos across the town. Bart, surprisingly immune to the infection, becomes humanity's last hope. As the Simpsons move to a supposed safe haven in Shelbyville, the story takes some hilarious and absurd turns. Apu, the vegetarian Quick E-Mart owner, is an expert zombie slayer, only to sacrifice himself for the family. After reaching Shelbyville, the townspeople strangely believe eating Bart can cure the virus, but the Simpsons devise a plan to use his immunity to create a vaccine. Though fictional, the episode leaves us wondering, could an outbreak like this ever happen, especially in the coming year? World War III. The 16th century mystic Nostradamus left cryptic warnings about a great war that many interpret as a prophecy of World War III.
At the time of the Third World War, which will be predated by an asteroid striking the Earth in 2069. And then we have global war.
In his poetic quatrains, he described a catastrophic conflict lasting up to 29 years, marked by unimaginable destruction and despair. One of his most alarming predictions reads, 7 months of great war, people dead through evil. This has been linked to the possibility of a global war ignited by escalating tensions between nations, such as those seen in recent conflicts. Some scholars speculate that this war could involve advanced weapons, environmental chaos, and societal collapse, reshaping the world irreparably. Nostradamus even hinted that cities like Rouen in France might escape devastation, suggesting selective destruction. But his strange foresight raises the unsettling question: are we heading toward the fulfillment of these chilling words? His quatrains continue to captivate the world as debates rage on their accuracy. But don't get carried away just yet, because the next prediction is even more captivating. The Shard in London. In a 1995 episode of The Simpsons, the show might have unknowingly predicted one of London's most iconic landmarks. During a flash-forward scene, Lisa visits London on a school trip, where she meets a student named Hugh Parkfield. In the background of the scene, sharp-eyed fans noticed something fascinating. Guess what? A tall, futuristic skyscraper is towering near Tower Bridge. This building resembles the Shard.
The Shard is an incredible building. It just stands high, proud above the London skyline. And this incredible bit of architecture really does put London on the map.
The real-life glass skyscraper that wasn't built until 2009, 14 years after the episode aired. Known today as one of London's defining features, the Shard is a stunning architectural feat. Still, its unexpected appearance in The Simpsons has sparked endless debate. Was this a random animation detail, or did the show's creators unknowingly foresee the future? Mars exploration. The next is Nostradamus' mysterious prophecy about a celestial fire and the darkening of Mars's light. This prophecy has sparked countless interpretations, many tying it to humanity's ambitious quest to explore Mars. Leading this charge through SpaceX, Elon Musk envisions a future where humans colonize Mars, potentially starting as early as 2025. Musk's bold dream includes creating a self-sustaining city on the Red Planet by 2050, using fleets of reusable starships capable of carrying thousands of people. This vision could transform Mars into humanity's second home, a step toward becoming a multiplanetary species. But what if we tell you that pop culture has long hinted at such possibilities too? For instance, an episode of The Simpsons imagined humans landing on Mars by 2051, using comedy to mirror Musk's timeline. But this exploration talks about a spiritual longing for many, aligning with scriptures that promise a future of unimaginable wonders. So now, standing at this crossroads, humanity faces the mysteries of both space and existence itself. What do you think the future holds for humans as we approach 2025? Mind control through music. In the 2021 episode, New Kids on the Block, The Simpsons explored the possibility of music controlling the mind. In the episode, Bart, Milhouse, Ralph, and Nelson form a boy band called Party Posse. Their catchy hit song Drop the Bomb became a national sensation. But here's the chilling twist. Their music is secretly laced with subliminal messages from the US Navy, urging listeners to join the Navy. The phrase is hidden as Ivan et Nioj, the song's repeated chorus. While this storyline seemed absurd then, the idea of subliminal messaging has long been debated in real life.
Subliminal messaging is defined as information that is being conveyed in such a way as to be below the threshold of your conscious perception.
Studies have shown that subtle cues can influence behavior without people realizing it. From advertisements to political campaigns, the concept of planting ideas through indirect means is not new. Fast forward to today, and technologies like AI and advanced audio manipulation make the possibility of mind control through media feel closer to reality. But while there's no solid proof yet, The Simpsons continues to provoke thought with its unsettling predictions. And if their track record is anything to go by, 2025 might have some surprises we can't imagine. AI revolt. What if Nostradamus' strange prophecies may have hinted at an unsettling future dominated by artificial intelligence? In his quatrains, he described a scenario of naval battles, bombings, and a global uprising of superior intelligence created by man. Many believe this could foretell AI breaking free from human control, sparking chaos on a scale never seen before.
AI today is estimated, so ChatGPT-4 is estimated to be at an IQ of 155. That's much smarter than the average human.
Think of a world where machines stop obeying commands, plunging industries, economies, and governments into turmoil. Power grids, communication systems, and even military defenses could crumble under the grip of rogue AI. Modern experts echo these fears, warning about the risks of unchecked AI development. Major powers like the US, China, Russia, and India are already racing to dominate this technology, increasing tensions worldwide. Some suggest the conflicts Nostradamus mentioned point to future AI-driven wars, with nations battling over who controls these intelligent systems, So as AI advances, the question remains, will it be humanity's greatest achievement or its downfall? Transformation within the Catholic Church. In his 1555 work Les Prophéties, Nostradamus made a cryptic prediction about the upheaval in the Catholic Church. He spoke of the passing of an elderly pontiff, which some believe could align with Pope Francis, who is now 87 and has faced significant health challenges.
Pope Francis, we know that he is been taken to hospital, but we've heard that his health is improving after he was hospitalized with a respiratory infection. His treatment is continuing.
His inability to attend recent global events, like a UN climate conference, has raised concerns. Nostradamus also foretold the rise of a Roman leader who would rule long, but face weakened influence. But what does this mean? People wonder if this hints at internal crises, scandals, or a shift in the Church's power. Adding to the intrigue is the prophecy that centers on the age of Aquarius, which surprisingly began recently. While some interpret this astrological era as bringing spiritual growth and innovation, Nostradamus warned of grim consequences like famine, war, and disease. Plus, shockingly recent global events like pandemics, climate disasters, and economic struggles strangely align with his visions. So what do you think? Are we living in the world he predicted, or is this just another twist of history? Disney acquisition. In a jaw-dropping move, Disney's $52 billion purchase of 20th Century Fox redefined the entertainment industry, creating a mega empire of beloved franchises.
This episode of The Simpsons from 19 years ago, Predict the Future, it shows the entrance to 20th Century Fox movie studios.
But The Simpsons saw it coming decades ago. In a 1998 episode titled When You Dish Upon a Star, Homer becomes the assistant to Alec Baldwin and Kim Basinger. His antics anger the celebrities, and he's fired after a chaotic series of events. Later, Ron Howard hilariously pitches Homer's ridiculous movie idea to 20th Century Fox, but what caught fans' eyes was a sign outside the studio that read, "A division of Walt Disney Co." This was over 20 years before the Disney-Fox merger became reality. But what if we tell you this wasn't The Simpsons' only Disney nod? The show has humorously referenced Disney multiple times, from Mickey Mouse and Goofy roughing up Homer to a memorable Disney-themed couch gag. When the merger happened, James L. Brooks, an executive producer of The Simpsons, sent a cheeky greeting from Homer and Bart to Mickey Mouse, cementing the show's uncanny reputation for predicting the future. How prepared are you for this next prediction? The rise and return of Donald Trump. Nostradamus's strange predictions have intrigued scholars for centuries, and one of his most debated prophecies hints at the rise of a polarizing leader during turbulent times. This prediction intriguingly points to the increase and potential return of figures like Donald Trump. In his cryptic quatrains, one verse refers to a great, shameless, audacious baller, which some believe aligns with Trump's bold personality and leadership style. The phrase "governor of the army" has also been linked to his role as the U.S. commander-in-chief. While some believe this aligns with Donald Trump, whose journey from businessman to political force reshaped global dynamics, Nostradamus also spoke of a disruptor who would challenge norms, stir controversy, and bring sweeping change, echoing Trump's impact during his presidency. Undoubtedly, Trump's administration saw economic upheavals, shifting alliances, and unprecedented societal divide, and immediately calls him a satanic temptation before storming off. At the time, this scene was nothing more than a joke, as marijuana was still illegal in Canada except for medical use. Fast forward to 2018, and Canada made headlines by passing the Cannabis Act.
The Cannabis Act may officially roll out tomorrow, but that doesn't mean New Yorkers can drive over the border and legally purchase recreational pot from a dispensary,
fully legalizing marijuana for recreational use across the country. This decision made Canada one of the first major countries to take such a step. What started as a humorous jab on The Simpsons ended up being a reality years later. The joke about legal marijuana in Canada suddenly felt like a moment where fiction aligned with real-world changes in surprising ways. Zombie apocalypse. In Treehouse of Horror XX, The Simpsons imagined a zombie apocalypse triggered by a food disaster. The chaos began with a product called Burger Square, created from cannibalistic cows. When Kent Brockman took a bite, he transformed into a mindless, ravenous creature, spreading the infection throughout Springfield. The town quickly fell into chaos, with residents turning into zombies driven by insatiable hunger. The Simpson family fought to survive, with Bart proving to be mysteriously immune to the outbreak. While zombies may seem unrealistic, the concept of a food-related crisis is not. Foodborne illnesses, unsafe farming practices, and risky food production methods have shown how fragile the global food supply can be. Outbreaks of E. coli, salmonella, and other deadly pathogens have already caused widespread concern. The episode also highlighted how panic spreads when food safety is compromised, creating a domino effect of fear and chaos. Cypress Hill meets Symphony. If you look back at the 1996 episode titled Homerpalooza, you'll see that The Simpsons took a playful jab at music festival culture, featuring a scene where a producer asks if anyone ordered the London Symphony Orchestra. He then turns to Cypress Hill, a hip-hop group, and the band jokingly decides to collaborate. What follows is a surreal mix of insane in the brain with classical music, which even Marge enthusiastically approves of. The scene's humor lies in the absurdity of pairing a hip-hop act with a world-renowned orchestra, something that felt like pure parody at the time. Fast forward to 2024, and reality caught up with fiction. Cypress Hill, known for their iconic sound, announced a performance with the London Symphony Orchestra at the Royal Albert Hall in England. This wasn't their first time combining hip-hop with classical music, as they had worked with orchestras in the US before. The Simpsons' comedic take on this unlikely pairing ended up foreshadowing an actual event, proving once again how the show has a knack for turning what seems improbable into reality. Gaga's flight. In 2012, The Simpsons aired an episode called Lisa Goes Gaga, where Lady Gaga visits Springfield to boost the town's spirits. During her performance, she wears a silver outfit and uses cables to fly above the crowd.
Did Lady Gaga get her inspiration for her Super Bowl halftime show from, of all things, The Simpsons? With uncanny accuracy, 4 years ago, the show actually predicted she'd fly through the air. Just look at the similarities from the 2012 episode.
Showcasing her over-the-top style. The scene, full of humor and exaggeration, fit perfectly with Gaga's reputation for bold, theatrical performances. At the time, it felt like a fun parody of her unique stage presence and creative costumes. 5 years later, reality mirrored animation during Lady Gaga's Super Bowl halftime show. Dressed in a sparkling silver outfit and boots, she started her performance perched high above the stadium. With cables supporting her, she descended onto the stage, creating a dramatic entrance that felt straight out of her Simpsons appearance. The resemblance between the show and her real-life performance was hard to ignore, especially with the similar use of cables and costumes. What began as a playful take on Gaga's celebrity life turned into a surprisingly accurate depiction of one of her most iconic moments: Trump's presidency. The Simpsons once aired an episode in 2000 that imagined a future where Lisa became the President of the United States. During her presidency, she faced a significant financial crisis passed down from her predecessor, who happened to be President Trump. In the scene, Lisa meets with her team to discuss the financial situation, and it's revealed that the country is completely out of money. This moment stood out as a playful jab at politics, but gained new meaning when Donald Trump actually won the presidency in 2016. Bart's future in the same episode was a sharp contrast to Lisa's. He was depicted as a middle-aged slacker, still aimless, and living with Ralph Wiggum. While Bart struggled to get his life together, Lisa had risen to the highest office in the town, taking on responsibilities that included cleaning up after Trump's administration. When Trump's election became a reality, The Simpsons responded with a chalkboard gag reflecting their surprise at being right, solidifying the episode as one of their most memorable predictions. AI taking over jobs. Mr. Burns decided to replace his power plant workers with robots in one episode in 2012, leaving Homer and his co-workers without jobs. The robots, trained by humans, quickly proved they could handle the tasks more efficiently, making the employees obsolete. What seemed like an amusing exaggeration at the time now feels more like a glimpse into reality. By 2025, artificial intelligence is transforming industries at an incredible pace. Restaurants in countries like Japan are using robots to serve meals, while self-driving cars are beginning to take over the role of taxi drivers. AI tools are being used in areas like coding, graphic design, and even financial analysis, replacing traditional roles. Programs such as ChatGPT have become essential for businesses looking to save money, often at the expense of human jobs. The idea of machines reshaping the workforce is no longer fiction. It is becoming part of daily life. The most amazing part of the video is just ahead: Nobel Prize in Economics. The Nobel Prize announcements took center stage in a 2010 episode of The Simpsons. During a scene where Lisa and her friends are watching the ceremony, Martin celebrates as his pick in the economics category wins. The betting table reveals Milhouse's bet on a specific economist, Bengt R. Holmstrom. At the time, this felt like a fun, fictional moment, but in 2016, it became a surprising reality. Holmstrom, alongside Oliver Hart, was awarded the Nobel Prize in Economic Sciences for their groundbreaking work on contract theory.
This year's Nobel Prize in Economic Sciences has been awarded to British-born Oliver Hart and Finland-born Bengt Holmstrom for their contributions to contract theory.
The episode's prediction was one of those wild, almost impossible-to-believe moments where the show seemed to foresee a future Nobel winner. While the episode took a lighthearted approach to the prestigious awards, it turned out that Milhouse's choice was right on the money. This wasn't just another random joke. It became a true instance of fiction aligning with reality, leaving fans in disbelief at the show's accuracy. FIFA controversy. In the Simpsons episode You Don't Have to Live Like a Referee, the show took aim at FIFA with a satirical look at corruption within international soccer. The plot featured corrupt officials being arrested, humorously highlighting the bribery and scandal that had long plagued the sport. Just a few years after the episode aired in 2014, real-life FIFA executives were arrested on similar charges, proving how on point the show's predictions were. As we reach 2025, FIFA is still tangled in controversy. The aftermath of the 2018 and 2022 World Cup bids continues to stir debates about fairness, transparency, and ethical practices in the sport. The show even predicted Brazil's heavy loss to Germany in the 2014 World Cup semifinals, making its mix of humor and reality even more uncanny. Homer's stand against bribery was a humorous moment, but it also highlights the difficulty of keeping the sport free from scandal in the real world. Daenerys's rampage. The final season of Game of Thrones got people talking for all the wrong reasons.
The soothsayers at The Simpsons have done it again. This time, they correctly predicted the ending to the most recent episode of Game of Thrones.
One of the most shocking moments was Daenerys Targaryen's turn in the episode The Bells. With her dragon Drogon, she destroys King's Landing, turning it into ashes. Fans were stunned by how fast her character changed, like Michael Jackson, and recent performances by Drake's hologram on stage. However, more realistic holograms also come with risks. Reviving deceased musicians for performances raises ethical questions, and fraudulent hologram footage could spread deepfake misinformation. On the other hand, if we could interact with holograms of our loved ones, the emotional impact could be profound. As with any new technology, responsible use is crucial to navigate the potential benefits and challenges that holograms may bring. Number 1. Colonization of Mars. We all know establishing a permanent settlement on Mars would be a monumental leap forward for humanity. While it has long been a staple of science fiction, The Simpsons suggests that this futuristic vision could become a reality sooner than expected. Mars, despite its harsh conditions, shares some similarities with Earth, including a comparable day length and the presence of water ice, which hints at the possibility of sustaining life. Howard University. She then earned her law degree from the University of California, Hastings College of Law. Her solid educational background helped her public career. Kayla began her career as a prosecutor, focusing on cases involving gang violence, drug trafficking, and sexual assault. She was selected as San Francisco's district attorney in 2003, where she carried out innovative programs to lower recurrence rates and support crime victims. Kamala became the first African-American woman and South Asian American to be appointed Attorney General of California in 2010. As Attorney General, she took on urgent issues, including the foreclosure crisis. Progressive ideas and a strong focus on consumer rights defined Kamala Harris's career. She was voted into the U.S. Senate in 2016, representing California. She participated actively in several key committees, including the Judiciary, Intelligence, Homeland Security, and Governmental Affairs, throughout her tenure in the Senate. Her sharp inquiries and genuine support of progressive ideas drove her quickly to national recognition. Joe Biden chose to run alongside Kamala Harris in 2020. Harris's triumph in the presidential contest was momentous since she became the first female vice president in U.S. history. She is also the highest-ranking officer of the female gender. She was also the first vice president of Asian American and African American backgrounds. Kamala has addressed many issues, such as managing the COVID-19 epidemic, boosting economic recovery, tackling climate change, and supporting social justice, which have been top priorities since she took office. She has also been elected to the Senate as vice president, representing the United States abroad. Kamala Harris's path on the international scene is evidence of her relentless dedication, endurance, and public service commitment. People all around find inspiration in her historic successes since they show that everything is achievable with enough effort and will. If Kamala Harris wins, she will face a lot of challenges. The final scene takes a look at some of them. Global changes and challenges Kamala Harris will face if she becomes president. As we go further into the 21st century, our planet is changing rapidly. Many important developments are reshaping the world scene. Let us start by looking at changing power relations between countries. As countries like China and India rise alongside more established powers like the United States and the European Union, power is becoming more multipolar. This change in view in the present era is producing new alliances, trade deals, and strategic cooperation. How power is distributed is always changing. Nations must change with it to maintain their security and influence. An additional noteworthy change is the change in the world economy. Blockchain, artificial intelligence, and e-commerce are among the technological developments drastically altering several sectors and creating new opportunities. Concurrently, globalization emphasizes the need for world cooperation by increasing connectivity across economies. Globally changing are technological developments as well as economic stability and growth. Advances in biotechnology, space exploration, and renewable energy are changing sectors and tackling urgent world problems. These technologies could improve quality of life, support sustainability, and boost economic growth. A major problem is that climate change affects everyone, from global warming to increasing sea levels to extreme weather events. International experience of biodiversity loss is also underlined. These days, nations are increasingly committed to lowering carbon emissions and funding renewable energy projects. Appropriately handling this worldwide situation depends on international cooperation. Furthermore, social developments influence the worldwide scene. Changing demographics, that is, aging populations in some areas and young ones in others, are influencing many facets, including employment dynamics and social policy. Urbanization is growing while migration patterns change. The world's population is changing significantly, leading to the birth of big cities. While some areas see a rise in young people, others are seeing an increase in old people. Aging populations present challenges for countries such as Japan and certain European countries, including pension sustainability and healthcare demands. On the other hand, nations in Africa and some parts of Asia are seeing a fast increase in their young population. There are benefits and drawbacks to this demographic divide. When used well, it can produce favorable results. Driving economic development and innovation calls for large expenditures in infrastructure, job creation, and education. Migration is a major societal transformation. the movement of people across borders for reasons including economic possibilities, conflict, and climate change. While this movement results in cosmopolitan communities, it poses social cohesiveness, resource allocation, and integration issues. Over half of the world's population lives in cities, so urbanization is increasing. Urbanization's tendency is expected to continue, leading to the spread of big cities, particularly in developing countries. While urbanization offers difficulties such as housing shortages, traffic congestion, and environmental sustainability, it may also spur economic development and creativity. The progress of digital connectivity is transforming our means of living, work, and communication. The free movement of knowledge and ideas across boundaries, made possible by the internet and social media development, has helped create a more linked global community. People are empowering themselves due to this digital revolution. The growth of communities raises privacy, security, and digital divide issues. Globalization and digital media also have an impact on societal change. Dynamic hybrid cultures are emerging from the mix of ancient cultural traditions with modern worldwide influences. Although this cultural mixing improves communities, it also calls for a careful balance between accepting variety and maintaining social unity. Particularly with the rising importance of internet platforms, education and knowledge access have become ever more essential in this global scene. With an eye toward learning platforms, cross-border educational partnerships, and skills pertinent to the 21st century, ensuring fair access to great education is the key to enabling the next generation. Furthermore, health and well-being are front and center in social transformation. The COVID-19 pandemic underlines the need for robust healthcare institutions and worldwide cooperation in handling health emergencies. Future global health will depend critically on mental health awareness, preventative care, fair access to healthcare, and the avoidability of diseases. Do you think The Simpsons predicted Kamala Harris becoming president? And do you believe she can win over Donald Trump in the November presidential elections? Kindly share your answers, thoughts, and opinions in the comments section. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this channel to enjoy more videos like this. Also, click the next video shown on your screen. You will enjoy it.